What's going on, everyone? So, this offseason, one of the big talking points is that this year, this Lakers team is Anthony Davis's team. And look, that's been a running narrative and a conversation since the Lakers acquired Anthony Davis. And the bubble year, it looked like, okay, yeah, he's going to take this over. He's going to be the guy. And since the bubble, Anthony Davis has not been that guy, right? There's moments and flashes where he looks like it. I mean, he's had stretches where he is clearly the best player in the league when he's playing the way we've seen him play. And when he is an absolute monster that he wants to be. And LeBron James has really tried to make it a point this season, or this offseason, to crown Anthony Davis as the leader. He's the guy. You saw Rob Pelinka in his press conference interview talk about how that was a big point of emphasis that they had in giving him that extension. And I love that they got the extension out of the way, that they basically paid him the money, gave him the max, because you're not playing games. Why do you want that cloud over your head? Pay the man, instill the confidence in him, but get your point across of what you're looking for. And they did that, right? Rob Pelinka said that he had the conversation that they want him to be more of a leader. They want him to start leading by example more, and they want him to be the guy we know that he can be. Jeannie Buss even talked about how Anthony Davis has shown that he's the best player in the world when he's playing to the level that we know he's capable of playing. It's just the consistency. That's been his biggest problem. There is nobody else in the league like Anthony Davis. Nobody. Jokic is an incredible player, right? Excellent playmaker, can score the basketball. He is not the level of Anthony Davis on both sides of the basketball. He is nowhere near the defense. Giannis is an incredible defensive player. He's the closest as far as the metrics go to Anthony Davis. He is nowhere near the offensive repertoire that Anthony Davis has. Joel Embiid has the offensive repertoire, nowhere near what Anthony Davis is. And there's nobody else. And the guys that are capable of doing a lot of what he's doing are also not almost 7 feet, right? Anthony Davis is unlike anything we have really seen. It's just, can he lock down and be that guy? Can he be the leader? Can he lead by example? Can he play to the level that we need him to be? Right? I have said this, and I fully believe it. We go as far as Anthony Davis goes. Right? If Anthony Davis leads us to an NBA championship because he is bubble AD all over again, then we are winning the NBA. Nobody is beating this Lakers team. I don't care, right? You can save this tape. It's not going anywhere. Maybe I have egg on my face at the end of the year. If Anthony Davis is bubble AD again, or even close to it, nobody is beating this Lakers team. There is not another team in the league that has an answer for Anthony Davis. And with this current roster, teams aren't going to be able to defend AD like they have in the past. You're not going to be able to double and triple team Anthony Davis. One, because he's going to be able to shoot out on the perimeter, which we've been able to see. And two, we have too much shooting and too much versatility everywhere else. Right? We're not this team that can't shoot the three anymore. We're not this team that doesn't have dynamic scorers anymore. Now we're in trouble where, if they can slow down and shut down AD, that's it. No, you can't. If Anthony Davis is the level that we know he is capable of playing, and arguably the best player, and he is having an MVP level season, whether he wins it or not, if he's having that level of season, nobody is beating this Lakers team because nobody has an answer for Anthony Davis. And Anthony Davis so far in preseason has looked the part seamlessly. This dude has been ridiculous. And if he can translate that into the regular season and especially the playoffs, good luck to the rest of the league. Good luck. Because this dude is doing everything we had hoped he would do and is looking fantastic so far going into this season. And we need it. But the Lakers also have to do their part, right? LeBron James has to make that effort to establish Anthony Davis, right? LeBron James has talked for the last few years about Anthony Davis and him taking the reins, and this is his team, and blah, blah, blah. But then Anthony Davis is taking the second most shot attempts, not the first. He's not the go-to guy down the stretch. He's not the guy that, they're looking for in the fourth. Right? LeBron's looking him off at times. taking 7 threes a game instead of, getting the ball down to AD, right? And again, it's LeBron James. I mean, you're talking about arguably, if not the greatest player ever. But he is getting in year 21, going to be 39. At some point, he's going to need to let somebody take the reins. And he needs to make that effort to allow Anthony Davis to take those reins. Darvin Ham needs to make sure that that's a point of emphasis. We need to get our star the ball. Go get him the ball, right? Put him in a position. And you're seeing it, right? Like, the Lakers are running a lot of in-out sets. They're running 5 wides. When Anthony Davis is in the game and he is in the post, they're dumping it down to him and letting him make plays. If they don't go and, close out on him, then he's just taking it on himself and just going and getting the bucket because he's capable of getting buckets whenever he wants. If they do close in on him, he's kicking it out. And again, we have the shooters and we have the offensive weapons to go and get buckets. And our offense looks just beautiful right now. Because again, no team has an answer for Anthony Davis. So when Anthony Davis gets the ball in the post, they have a decision to make. Do we try to prevent him from going and just dominating on a one-on-one matchup? And now he's going to kick it out. And now the Lakers have all these threats out there that they didn't have before. Or do we hope that this guy can go and defend him on this one possession and pray that Anthony Davis misses? Which he's coming off of his best shooting percentage year last season. Right? Like, again, it's an impossible task. At that point, you're just hoping Anthony Davis misses. Right? You're hoping Anthony Davis has an off night. And again, I don't necessarily, like, I am okay if Anthony Davis scores 13 points in a game. I know a lot of people aren't, but it's about the position in which the Lakers are in that moment, right? Like, one of the things that I love about Anthony Davis is his unselfishness as a star. A lot of stars in the league, they have to get theirs. They have to take their 20 shot attempts. They have to score their 25 points. They don't care. They say that they care about winning, they say whatever, but like, they'll look off the hot hand guy so that way they can go and get their bucket, right? And Anthony Davis, we've seen him, and he's even talked about it. Like, we won the game. Like, why does it matter? It's just, how does he go get that? Right? Like, I don't mind if we're killing it and D'Lo and Reeves and Prince and Rui and Gabe and all these guys we're just cruising, right? And we only need Anthony Davis to get a couple buckets here and there, and we win the game by 20 or whatever. And AD had, 12 points on 5 of 8 shooting, something like that. I'm okay with that. Why overexert and overwork Anthony Davis just for the sake of doing it? Just to say that he got 30 points. Who cares? It isn't about winning the game. Okay, we won the game, right? My issue is with Anthony Davis is when he has those games and we need him not to have those games, right? I don't care if we don't need him to, but it's when the game's tight, it's down the stretch. Where are you, buddy? That's when I need to see him step up. That's when I need to see Anthony Davis be the best player in the world. So LeBron needs to do his part. Darvin Ham needs to do his part. But Anthony Davis has to do his part. Right? I will defend him tooth and nail as long as he's doing his part. Again, I don't care. I don't care if he averages 13 a game if we're dominating and we're the best team in the league. Who cares? Right? He's going to be the best defensive player in the league. And, if he doesn't have to. But when there is that game where, hey, we need you, buddy. We need you to go get 10 points this quarter. I need him to go get those 10 points this quarter. There's no reason Anthony Davis should be completely not even a thing in the fourth quarter in the stretch late in games, right? Like, unless we don't need him to be. If he's going to be our guy and he's going to be our go-to guy, he needs to be that. He needs to take it upon himself to go and get the basketball. If LeBron isn't giving him the basketball, he needs to go tell LeBron, give me the, basketball. Right? Like, he needs to be that guy. You think LeBron wouldn't be happy if Anthony Davis got in his face whether it's on the bench, in the locker room, whatever. You don't think LeBron James would love if Anthony Davis went up to him and said, give me, like, what are you doing? This is my team. Give me the basketball. LeBron James would probably kiss him. he'd be Lee in love, right? Like, it just, because that's what he's been waiting for. He's been preaching for AD to be that, right? Like, that's what we need to see Anthony Davis be. He needs to be that guy. And it's up to Anthony Davis to do that. But everyone has to play their part because Anthony Davis isn't the guy bringing the ball up, right? He's not playing the point guard position. His job is to get himself established in position to where he can receive the basketball and we go get him the basketball. So that's on D'Angelo Russell, that's on Austin Reeves, that's on Gabe Vincent, that's on, LeBron James, that's on whoever is handling point guard duties or ball handling duties when Anthony Davis is in the game. And again, I'm not saying every play has to run through AD, but a large majority should. There is very rarely, if ever, a offensive sequence where LeBron James is on the court and he doesn't see the basketball. It is very rare. The same thing should be the case for Anthony Davis if he is the number one guy. Give him the ball. Let him go to work. Put him in position. Let's see what Anthony Davis could do. I love what we are seeing with him in preseason. Love it. He is looking like the Anthony Davis we need. And I want to see that in the regular season. I want to see that in the playoffs. If he does that, again, sticking with it, nobody is beating this Lakers team. Not in a 7-game series. It's not happening. I don't care. Bring on Boston, bring on Milwaukee, bring on Phoenix, bring on Denver, bring on whomever. If Anthony Davis plays like he is one of, if not the best players in the league, nobody is beating the Lakers. Anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Do you agree? What do you think of Anthony Davis's play so far in preseason? Are you pumped with it? Are you not? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it, so let me know down in the comments.